Drug addiction is something societies all over the world rarely tolerate. Although almost every culture has a tradition of consuming narcotics, alcohol is a great example of this. Not all of the narcotics are seen as acceptable. A person saying a glass of beer after a long day of working is a weakness would be something seen as normal to say. A similar phrase, a shot of heroin after a long day of working, would be seen completely different. Double standards or not, narcotics are a taboo. And there's still several kinds of drugs that societies turn a blind eye to. Tobacco, the aforementioned alcohol, and marijuana. The latter is illegal in many countries and states, but people's attitude towards it is rather benevolent, more than any other drug. Besides, there have been talks for a long while that marijuana is not only relaxing, but also a recreational drug, and in some cases it can be used for medicinal purposes. The internet is full of controversial studies on this matter, either claiming that marijuana is bliss and should be legalized everywhere, or stating directly the opposite. And although total legalization might not be the best choice, there are reasons to believe that this medicine is a drug and can be used for effective reasons. To start with, marijuana is not totally illegal. A number of states in the USA, including Colorado, California, Washington, Arizona, and New Mexico, and 16 other states, as well as several countries, such as the Netherlands, have made it legal to smoke weed. And this is not done on basis of pure fun or carelessness. Of course, this is distribution of a legalized drug is easier to control. They are taxed, and the chemical compound can be standardized to minimize health risks and side effects. At the same time, numerous studies have proven that marijuana, in its medical form, can be beneficial for patients suffering from serious diseases, such as cancer. To be more precise, there are several groups of diseases with symptoms that can be alleviated by marijuana. In a case of various inflammations, marijuana is great for treating chronic pain. Unlike opiates, which are effective in treating pain, the weed can actually be long-lasting and be a longer, effective way in decreasing long-term pain. The symptoms of arthritis and other autoimmune diseases can be reduced or even eliminated with the help of marijuana. Patients with such neurological disorders as multiple sclerosis or spinal cord injuries would appreciate weed for pain-killing effects, and its ability to reduce muscle spasticity caused by damaged nerves. There have been studies about the beneficial effects of medical marijuana in patients with epilepsy as well. Patients with cancer have to undergo numerous chemotherapy sessions and often suffer from nausea after them. Marijuana can not only eliminate the nausea, but also prevent the spreading of some forms of cancer. HIV and AIDS patients often experience loss of weight and appetite, both due to neurological factors and multiple antibiotics taken. Marijuana can increase the appetite in these patients and help alleviate neurological symptoms. According to a survey conducted by authoritative website Medicine WebMD, American doctors of 12 different specializations approved the usage of marijuana in medicinal purposes. During the course of the survey, more than 1,500 doctors from 48 states responded that they would back legalizing medicinal marijuana as an option for their patients. The American Epilepsy Foundation appealed to the Drug Enforcement Administration to relax its restrictions on marijuana in order to conduct more proper studies on it. Michael W. Smith, an MD and WebMD chief medical editor, says that the medical community is clearly saying they support the use of marijuana as a potential treatment option for a number of medical problems. In fact, many doctors already prescribe it to their patients. The findings would indicate a strong desire to have DEA ease the restrictions on the research so that additional studies can be done conclusively to show where medical marijuana can help and where it might not. Another positive side effect that might come out of legalization of medical marijuana is the decreased opiate consumption and prescriptions. The problem with opioids and painkillers is that they can cause addiction. And although they are extremely effective in alleviating pain, there has been cases of death due to overdose. The usage of marijuana as a painkiller could fix this situation, at least partially. According to a funded study, there is a connection between medical marijuana legalization and the decrease of deaths caused by opioid overdose, opioid prescribing, self-reports of opioid misuse, and treatment admissions for opioid addiction, as well as the reduction of doses of prescribed opioids. Although additional studies on this subject are still pending, it can be seen that medical marijuana can be a healthier alternative to traditional opioid painkillers. Drug consumption is always connected to the risk of developing an addiction, Even such harmless and legalized drugs such as alcohol and tobacco initially cause millions of deaths worldwide. However, in the case of marijuana, there might be exceptions. Given that this is prescribed for medicinal purposes and under the control of a doctor, this drug can ease pain, help seriously ill people alleviate and eliminate their symptoms. It can even become an alternative to traditional opiate painkillers. Therefore, under certain conditions and regulations, marijuana can be used as a recreational drug and medicinal drug. Thank you.